No, 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 no. No more. No, 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 no. Smash that like button, guys. Soon as y'all come in the building. This is a very, very sad, tragic situation. Let know. No, no more crying, crying. Smash that like button, ladies and gentlemen. Salute to Joyce, Kendra. We must meditate. McDonald's has, oh my God, it's been so much going down at these fast food restaurants lately. Well, there's already, there's no. It must have, it done got super gangster. Crying there. Salute to Michelle Banks, Pam, Love, Beauty, Lulu, Realize, Kendra. You know what I mean? We all in the building, guys. This is a very, very sad situation. And I'm going to be honest with y'all, McDonald's, if y'all watching this, uh, I'm not trying to put no bad stigma on y'all's company, y'all's brand, Pure Bible, but y'all employees has been off the chain. Not too long ago, I just heard that it was like a shooting outside of a McDonald's with two employees going through it or something like that. Pure Bible. You know what I mean? And when I worked in fast food back in my time, it was crazy, but not that crazy to where it's been leading to death, violence, shootings, all types of shit. You know what I'm saying? But this case in particular, it's a very, very sad case, and I've been following this since last night during survival. And this girl, she unalived her manager at McDonald's. Her manager worked at McDonald's for 15 years. You know what I'm saying? She got six children, you know, and she lost her life. And I want to say to her family, if y'all watching this, my prayers go out to y'all. And, you know, my heart goes out to the woman who lost her life, I think 39 years old, by this little psychopath. This psychopath 26-year-old, pure Bible, and I've been hearing people all over TikTok talking about, well, she shouldn't have been bullying the girl. She got what she deserved. Whoever saying that to me, y'all are horrible. Because just because you're getting bullied at a job does not give you the right to go and unalive your damn boss. Pure survival. How many of us wanted to literally do something to our bosses or other employees, co-workers, fucking manager, general manager? They are usually assholes. I'm not gonna lie. Every job I ever worked at that was like that, indoors, you know, especially fast food, I was always close to slapping somebody, slapping the taste out of their mouth, pure survival. And I'm not promoting violence, but most jobs like that, it's always somebody or a few motherfuckers where you like, oh my God, I'm ready to kick his ass, or I'm ready to kick. You know what I'm saying? But I've never did it. You know what I'm saying? I usually just quit. I will walk out, especially if I got a boss that's an asshole that think that I'm just gonna sit there and tolerate the shit. Cause some of them people do be real, real over the top mean, especially fast food, pure survival. They want you to be moving fast and the motherfucker, oh, drop this, drop some fries. We need some McNuggets. Get the McNuggets out. Get a McFlurry. Look, I can't do all of that shit. Fast food was never for me. I quit fast. That's a mustard fast food. I did Taco Bell, pure survival. I did KFC, pure survival, and I also worked at what Taco Bell, KFC, And it was not in McDonald's. McDonald's, Pure Survival. I only lasted for 2 weeks before I walked out. Pure Survival. They had one African dude. This African dude just wouldn't stop working. I'm like, motherfucker, look, it's break time. Why are you working on your break? All you doing is making me look bad. Pure Survival. And the African dude would be talking to me like I was lazy. Which motherfucker I am. Pure Survival. I'm here for a check. I'm not here for a Grammy Award. But anyway, guys, this young girl had a lot of mental problems. From me following her, she was thrown off, and I feel like she planned to kill her boss because she was already saying if she keeps sending me home, something's gonna happen. I'm telling you right now, this is not funny. You know what I mean? She was planning to do this, in my opinion. And yes, it's not right to bully people. So if y'all watching, understand that the motherfucker you bullying could possibly come back and do something that will blow your mind. So treat people fair. I agree with all of that, but I don't agree with the people on TikTok saying that this woman, Jennifer Harris, deserved what she got just because she was bullying. Pure survival. I cannot do that. But this is breaking news, guys. Smash that like button. I'm gonna take y'all through this case, man. This is horrible.
With an update to a breaking story we have been following the last few hours out of East Point, where police say an employee stabbing her own manager to death. This all happening inside a McDonald's on 9 Mile. That's where we find Fox 2's Camille Amiri joining us with the latest. Camille, a lot coming out of this.
Yeah, absolutely. We just spoke with the victim's daughter, who is absolutely beside herself. You're going to be hearing from her later today on our newscast, Fox 2 News at 5 o'clock. But first of all, let's break down what happened. And I think you got some video that you can show.
And you see all the tape outside of McDonald's, Pure Survival. And it's very, very sad and heart-wrenching because, like I said, she got 6 daughters. 6 children, I think 5 daughters and 1 son, like a baby. You know what I mean? Like a younger one. And the daughter was crying super bad, heart-wrenching just to hear it. But this little psychopath, this little girl used to dress up like Chucky, Pure Survival, wasn't even Halloween time. When you look at the girl's costumes, the way she was dressing up, she was a loner. I'm like, where is her family? Where's her motherfucking friends? Pure Survival. You know what I mean? She keep being in one little confined room. That's when you know, okay, something is like, you know what I mean? She was just too to herself type of shit. You know what I mean? And then dressing in all these weird ass costumes, talking to candles. This girl picked up a bird, Pure Survival. She picked up a dead bird like Jeffrey Dahmer during Survival. She was carrying around a dead bird like she enjoyed seeing the dead bird, the life out of the dead bird's body. This girl didn't have it all. I feel like she should have been on medication and whoever her family was. Then she had a roommate, Pure Survival. It sounded like a white dude. But she said the roommate, she was crying, saying that she was hungry, which is very sad. You know, it was very sad listening to this girl. She was hungry and her roommate was giving her food, but he wanted sex in return. Pure Survival. And I'm pretty sure she had to do some sex, you know, with the man before, you know, but she didn't want to keep making his wiener disappear. She didn't want to keep having sex with this dude. And this dude knew she had mental problems, you know what I mean? And I felt like he was taking advantage of it. But this girl got a history of being crazy. She even did something at a Taco Bell. But this is wild, y'all. Smash that like button.
This was around 8 o'clock this morning here at the McDonald's in East Point on 9 Mile. There was some sort of verbal altercation between this manager and an employee who, incidentally, the daughter says they were friends, that they were friendly. The employee goes home, according to police, gets a knife, comes back, stabs the manager. We've learned her name is Jennifer Harris, 39 years old.
39 years old, and you hear this. This girl went home and got the knife and came back. Now, she didn't get jumped. Jennifer ain't put no hands on the girl, Pure Survival. Like I said, she was being mean to her, allegedly bullying her. Even the girl said that the manager, you know, that passed away, that she, you know, unalive, told them that she was gonna take her belt off and beat them like they were her kids. Pure Survival. And I'm not gonna lie, I do believe she probably was saying stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Maybe being mean to them, whatever. But I do not agree the fact that even no matter whatever she could have said, that you shouldn't have never went and did this. But that girl had that knife ready. She had it ready.
In East Point on 9 Mile. There was some sort of verbal altercation between this manager and an employee who, incidentally, the daughter says they were friends, that they were friendly. The employee goes home, according to police, gets a knife, comes back, stabs the manager. We've learned her name is Jennifer Harris, 39 years old. 6 children, a single mom, working here for 15 years, stabs her to death. And then somebody in the drive-thru, this is happening in the area of where the employees are working in the drive-thru section of the fast food restaurant. Somebody going through the drive-thru, a CPL holder, sees everything happen. He shoots his gun in the air to try to stop everything. Unfortunately, he is not successful in doing so, but as the suspect is running out of...
And I want to give a special shout out, salute to my baby, enter in the building, pure survival. I want to give a special shout out to the Good Samaritan. There was a Good Samaritan who saw this incident transpiring with this girl with this Michael Myers knife during survival. She didn't have a pocket knife. That knife that she had, you can tell wasn't nobody going to survive. You know what I'm saying? But an innocent bystander, he shot his gun in the air to stop the fight. He shot his gun in the air, pure survival, and to break it up. But then the girl started running, and the Good Samaritan chased her down, held the gun to her, sit your little demon ass down, pure survival, and held her there until the police came. So salute to that man who did that. That was, you know what I mean? That's how you step into something. He didn't step in and shoot the girl. He didn't do none of that. But he held her there until the police came, like he should. She came and went home, got a knife, and came back with one of her weird ass Halloween costumes. Pure Bible. The girl had like a Halloween costume on. Y'all gotta smash that like button. Everybody smash that like button in this building because this is a learning lesson for everybody. I don't think it was right that this girl did that. But when you see when somebody's bullying somebody or allegedly bullying somebody and you don't know where their mental state is, this girl was really out of it. Like she was the wrong one at that wrong time. You know what I mean? This is just crazy.
Thing happened. He shoots his gun in the air to try to stop everything. Unfortunately, he is not successful in doing so. But as the suspect is running out of the McDonald's, the police say that the man with the gun actually ran after her and held her at gunpoint until police arrived. She was arrested. Unfortunately, Jennifer Harris, 39 years old, died once she arrived at a hospital, multiple stab wounds. We did talk to an employee. Here's what she had to say about this horrible tragedy.
She left for 5 minutes. She came back with a mask on her face. And the only thing I seen was her hands. That's how I knew it was her.
You hear that? And this is an employee that worked there. She said that her boss, her manager, the one that lost her life, sent this girl home. Sent this little crazy girl home. Pure survival. And she came back within 5 minutes with a knife. Now, in my opinion, I don't think that she had that knife at home. If she came back that quick, that girl had that knife with her already. Pure survival. She might have had it in a McDonald's trash can. She might have had it in a car somewhere. That knife was somewhere nearby. Because as I told y'all going to hear this girl talking. Y'all going to hear everything with this girl. This girl was planning to unalive this woman. She had no idea it was coming, but I think that little girl had this shit planned.
Horrible tragedy.
She left for 5 minutes. She came back with a mask on her face. And the only thing I seen was her hands. That's how I knew it was her. And she started stabbing her, and I ran for help and basically asking everybody like help or whatever. I tried to stop her. It was no stopping her. She stabbed her everywhere.
Just an absolutely horrible situation. Again, coming up tonight at 5 o'clock, you'll be hearing from Jennifer Harris's oldest daughter. The family, these kids are ages 5 to 20, 6 children altogether. They are.
So she had 6 children. Ages from 5 years old. She had a 5-year-old up to 20 years old. So none of her kids, these 6 children, were even 21 years old. Pure survival. None of them was 21. You know what I'm saying? Just teenagers from, like I said, 6 to 20 years old. This is very sad and this is very, very heart wrenching, y'all. And like I said, when you see that knife she had in her hand, and it's a video, I'm not gonna play the video, but they got a video with her actually doing it. This girl did it on camera. You know what I'm saying? And she sound like a little, like a little crazy little white girl inside of a black girl's body. I'm sorry, because she 1 minute she sound like a little white girl, then the black girl come out. So I don't know. This girl was definitely she had problems, y'all.
Stabbed her everywhere.
Just an absolutely horrible situation. Again, coming up tonight at 5 o'clock, you'll be hearing from Jennifer Harris's oldest daughter. The family, these kids are ages 5 to 20, 6 children altogether. They were here earlier, just moments ago, absolutely beside themselves, really not understanding any of this and why this happened. They said that their mom, they called her, everyone's nickname for her was Jamma, that she got along with everybody. She always has a smile on her face, and that the suspect, they said, was always friendly to the children and giving them stickers and always laughing and smiling with them. So the family.
Now, this is what I also heard. The co-worker, this little crazy girl, which I honestly say, I do believe that she was special needs or she had some kind of mental thing. I feel like she should have been in the psychiatric hospital. You know what I'm saying? And I feel bad for the things that she was going through mentally to get her to that stage as well. But I don't give her a pass for what she did. I just cannot do that. But this girl and the manager was cool at some point, just like a lot of us. You can have a boss that y'all cool up until your boss start acting like an asshole, pure survival. You know what I'm saying? And y'all fall out somehow because or you don't want to listen to your boss. You got people that come to work and don't feel like, look, I'm not listening to a motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not gonna lie, I used to be one of them type motherfuckers. I'm not listening to shit. I'm taking more than a half-hour break. Pure survival. I'm taking more than a 20-minute break. You know what I'm saying? I don't know how I'm echoing, y'all. I have no idea. But I'm doing more than that stuff when it comes to work. You know, but some people don't want to be told what to do as well. You know what I mean? But this is a very tragic situation.
To go absolutely beside themselves, really not understanding any of this and why this happened. They said that their mom, they called her, everyone's nickname for her was Jamma, that she got along with everybody. She always has a smile on her face, and that the suspect, they said, was always friendly to the children and giving them stickers and always laughing and smiling with them. So the family is having an incredibly hard time processing this. Of course, we're going to continue to follow the story, but that is the latest going on right now. Of course, that suspect in custody, also a female, 26 years old. Reporting live in East Point, Camila Mary, Fox 2 News.
26 years old, y'all. She's 26 years old. She had her court hearing yesterday. Unfortunately, I believe that they're going to let this girl plead insanity after looking at her videos, y'all. If y'all did not see this girl's videos, I believe they're going to let her plead insanity. And unfortunately, they mess around and give her manslaughter, even though I feel like she premeditated this. This is premeditation. Look, this is this girl right now talking about what she wants to do and how somebody's going to have to pay. She planned to take this woman out.
I was wrongfully treated today at work. I was literally physically tapped on a lot of times. My name kept getting called. I was doing a great job. I kept getting sabotaged, tempted, so my button can get pressed and I can go out of character. So although I went out of character, all I could say was stop talking to me. That's all I could say. Stop talking to me. Fucking idiot.
Do you see this costume? This is the costume this girl had on, pure survival, when she came back with the knife. Like I said, I think she had the costume out in the car or behind a McDonald's trash can, pure survival, along with the knife. She came back dressed up like this. And if you listen to her, put a 1 in the chat if it sounds like she's confessing to what she's about to do. Put a 2 in the chat if y'all don't think that this is no damn confession. This is what the girl was saying before she did it. She felt like they were treating her wrong and somebody was going to pay.
I was wrongfully treated today at work. I was literally physically tapped on a lot of times. My name kept getting called. I was doing a great job. I kept getting sabotaged, tempted, so my button can get pressed and I can go out of character. So although I went out of character, all I could say was stop talking to me. That's all I could say. Stop talking to me.
Fucking idiot. Make me do this shit against my fucking will. Fucking bloody cunts.
My mama died trying to take care of us.
And this is very sad. That's the woman's daughters. Do y'all hear how that girl talking? Do she sound like, put a 1 in the chat if it sound like that girl got mental problems. Put a 2 in the chat if it sound like that girl's normal. She was in the camera talking about you fucking this and you fucking that. That girl was crazy, guys. Smash that like button. This is crazy.
My mama died trying to take care of us.
Afeni Mohammed, aged 26, stabbed her manager to death at McDonald's because she was sent home early 2 days in a row.
Bitch, get off my dick! Just because I opened Candyland doesn't mean I ain't slick! I gave out tricks, but I still have a few tricks.
Do you hear this girl? This is the girl who unalived her balls. Praise the Bible. You can look at her motherfucking hair and tell that she stole off. Praise the Bible. This is what's coming out of her mouth. She felt like her balls sent her home more than once. And I need this money. Praise the Bible. I feel like all these videos are confessions. She was confessing to what she was about to do. This shit ain't just happened.
Afeni Mohammed, aged 26, stabbed her manager to death at McDonald's because she was sent home early 2 days in a row.
Bitch, get off my dick! Just because I opened Candyland doesn't mean I ain't slick! I gave out tricks, but I still have a few tricks up my sleeve. But this is suck my dick!
What the hell?
Afeni went on a series of social media rants right after she was sent home, then later went back to her job to kill her manager, Jennifer Harris, the person who sent her home.
Everybody put a 1 in the chat and your prayer hands up for Jennifer Harris. This is the queen who lost her life. Okay, she was the manager. She worked there for 15 years. Pure survival. You know what I mean? And it's always two sides. I heard people on TikTok talking about she got what she deserved. She shouldn't have been bullying. Pure survival. That is awful for people to say that. Because I don't care if we all was able to have a pass to go unalive our bosses because we got picked on, or kids in school. I feel like only people that's saying she got what she deserved, pure survival, because it's not them. It's easy to say this type of shit because it's not your family. You know, even though that girl was thrown off, it's very sad, but I'm not giving her no pass, and I'm not saying that she deserved it. Pure survival. We all been picked on and teased in school, everything. That little girl still don't get a pass, but somebody that she really was screaming out for help. She did need help. I will say that everybody smash that like button so YouTube can push this out. This content needs to be out there for bosses to see too. I don't think it's right to boss people around. I don't think it's right to abuse your power. I don't think that either. But it's just the unaliving part. I can't accept that part.
Afeni went on a series of social media rants right after she was sent home, then later went back to her job to kill her manager, Jennifer Harris, the person who sent her home.
I got sent home early yesterday. I got sent home early today by the same person. I'm telling you, she's a bully. This shit isn't funny. She needs to understand that just because she's a mother and got children doesn't mean that she can come in this store, disrespecting people, talking to them like everybody's beneath her. She has no respect.
Later in this video,
Now you see that? That's another thing. Her saying that I know she has children. Oh, they're going to use all of this in court. That's going to let it be known. So you even knew she had 6 children and you still did it. But I do believe what this girl is saying though. I believe what she's saying. I just feel like she did the wrong thing.
I got sent home early today by the same person. I'm telling you, she's a bully. This shit isn't funny. She needs to understand that just because she's a mother and got children doesn't mean that she can come in this store, disrespecting people, talking to them like everybody's beneath her. She has no respect.
later in this video, we will show some videos of Afeni talking about so many dark things. Could it be that she was really bullied at work, or was she having mental problems?
Look at this. Put a 1 in the chat and smash that like button if y'all think that this is a sign of mental problem. It is not Halloween, pure survival. 1 in the chat if this lets you know that she was definitely mentally out there. Put a 2 in the chat if y'all think that this is normal. This is normal. She has no friends. She's by herself. Pure survival. She has a crazy roommate that keeps trying to clap her cheeks for sandwiches and shit. You know what I mean? The girl was going through it. I don't know where her family was at, man. But somebody had to know this girl was out there. Somebody had to know.
That just because she's a mother and got children doesn't mean that she can come in this store, disrespecting people, talking to them like everybody's beneath her. She has no respect.
Later in this video, we will show some videos of Afeni talking about so many dark things. Could it be that she was really bullied at work, or was she having mental problems? Let's get into it.
I'm playing my Mozart, just that kind of mood today.
Look at that girl. She got a Halloween, a Chucky motherfucker. She chose Chucky. Yo, come on, man. The girl was thrown off. You know what I mean? And I'm telling you, they're going to go for the insanity plea from looking at the things that she was doing. This is all before, you know what I mean? Shout out to Twisted Crimes, man. Twisted Crimes did a great joint with this. This is crazy.
Michigan, East Point City, Macomb County, Michigan is a city, town, place equivalent, or township located in Macomb County, Michigan. 39-year-old Jennifer Harris was a McDonald's manager at an East Point franchise on 9 Mile Road. She was also a lovely mother of 6 who was very close to her kids. At the same McDonald's location is an employee named Afeni Muhammad. 26 years old Afeni was an interesting person. Looking through her social media accounts reveals Afeni had a weird personality.
So, watch this. So look, let me tell you this so you can do it yourself too. What you gotta do is, okay, we have a water bottle right now. So let's focus on the water bottle. I see little tiny water drops. Okay?
Now, this is showing you how thrown off the girl was. Smash that like button, everybody. The girl is talking to a motherfucking water bottle. Her only friend was a damn water bottle. This is crazy.
I see tiny little water drops of the bottle. What you're gonna do is look at that one tiny water drop on that bottle, and you're gonna imagine yourself jumping in a pool. Jump in that tiny pool. So you have to imagine you're shrinking yourself to jump in that tiny little pool. Because atoms, you can't see the atoms with the naked eye, and the electrons and all that.
Look at her eyeballs. This is all before she took this woman's life. Pure survival. Look at that girl's eyeballs. She is spooking me out just from just reacting to this shit. Pure survival. This girl was, oh man, she was off her rocker. She was off her rocker.
That tiny pool, so you have to imagine you're shaking yourself to jump in that tiny little pool. Because atoms, you can't see the atoms with the naked eye and the electrons and all that, but they're here around us, surrounding us, they're in the air. So you have to imagine a bunch of tiny little dots just flying around everywhere, and now I see them making a big shape. They're making two big hands, and they're just pushing a bottle. They're pushing a bottle out of my hand because I can't move my hand. My hand got to be still because the idea is to move the bottle with my mind. So these atoms are forming a shape of two giant.
She's talking about moving the bottle with her mind. Smash that like button, everyone. So when, like I said, when you got people that you work with, like this motherfuckers is throwed off in this world. Pure the Bible. I don't do road rage. I don't argue with people in traffic. None of that. Motherfucker could get out and just start shooting at you. And you don't even know what kind of day somebody having. So that girl had no idea that this girl was home talking to motherfucking water bottles, pills of Bible, hoping that her brain could somehow make the water bottle get up and start flying. You know what I'm saying? You don't know what you're dealing with.
The bottle out of my hand because I can't move my hand. My hand got to be still because the idea is to move the bottle with my mind. So these atoms are forming a shape of two giant hands, like two giant Zeus hands or something, right? And now I see the kamikaze jet. It just ran right into the top of it, like off of the song he made called when he was like, everybody been taking it. He said how he said it. He was like, everybody been telling me what they think about me lately. Maybe it's time I tell them what I think about them. All right, and now I see. Now I'm imagining. I'm playing my Mozart, just that kind of mood today.
And you don't see anyone. Now y'all are y'all noticing with the brain of the girl who did this killing, this stabbing? Look at her. You don't see nobody in the background. She's always confined in this room. You know what I'm saying? She had all of this stuff mentally going on in her head. A lot of times people don't know that they're going through shit. I would know. It's something going on with you. You know what I'm saying? And she clearly had mental problems. You know what I'm saying? Salute to Lakita. Just hit that super chat, Pure Survival. Trigger alert. Thank you so much for hitting that super chat. You know what I mean? But this girl, clearly, she didn't have no one. She didn't have nobody to talk to, nothing but the roommate. And the roommate wanted sex from her all the time. You know what I mean? This is crazy.
Y'all thought y'all changed me, but I'm still your prick. Thought y'all changed me, but I still piss y'all off more than my cup. She posted dark-themed type of videos on her account. She ranted about some other issues in her life too.
This is crazy, guys. This is wild, man. Everybody smash that like button. Smash that like button because we got to pay attention to this. You know what I mean? As far as our children, people we work with, anything. You never know what's in somebody's mind, man. Like you don't. That's why I don't, man, listen, I don't argue with people. I don't play them games. Pure survival. You know what I mean? Just because I know if I get put in a situation with that, at my age, it's going to be a life sentence. Because I ain't gonna let you just take mine, the Pure Survival, and I'm not gonna be sitting there trying to fight and all that, nigga. I'm a diabetic. So, like I said, I just stay away from like that kind of shit, man. This is crazy.
Posted dark-themed type of videos on her account. She ranted about some other issues in her life too.
I'm just sitting at this park right now. I wanted I had to talk to my neighbor Wayne again and like clear up everything with him because how I said how like he's always like he always like he always like look at me a certain way or something, and I told him that like I don't want to have sex. I told him that. So it's like, you know, sometimes he would give me something to eat or something if I didn't make anyone on Instacart. I get that, but I told him like I don't want him thinking that that I owe him that just because he do that for me sometimes.
I want him to think that I owe him sex. So
Now you see this? This is her roommate. Her roommate would give her food to eat. Like there's times that she would be hungry at home. This is why I can understand why she was upset when she kept getting sent home from her boss because she you know what I mean? It's like she didn't really have a lot of money. You know what I mean? Things like that. And her roommate will be offering her food. Here, you want to share this sandwich with me? Pills of Bible? Well, you're going to have to make this wiener disappear. So the dude was making her, trying to make her have sex with him. So this is the stuff she was going through behind closed doors. This is very sad. She was crying about this.
but sometimes he would give me something to eat or something if I didn't make anyone of Instacart. I get that. But I told him like I don't want him thinking that that I owe him that just because he do that for me sometimes. I want him to think that I owe him sex. So now like after I told him that, it's like he's been crying and crying and telling me he think I use him. Dismissing everything that I do for him and did for him. Dismissing the fact that he had this condition that he's been going through for a long time and nobody can help him. But me, I helped him get through it. And I cook and, I don't have a lot of money, but I still make money at work. But, I don't have a car right now. I'm still working to get in a car. And he feels like I owe him sex.
And this part right here, I swear to God, it almost make me teary-eyed for this girl. You know what I mean? Like I said, I don't think it's right what she did, but this right here is super sad. It's super sad.
For a long time and nobody can help him. But me, I helped him get through it. And I cook and, I don't have a lot of money, but I still make money at work. But, I don't have a car right now. I'm still working to get in a car. And he feels like I owe him sex. And now he's mad and crying and trying to make me feel guilty. I need to just calm down. I'm gonna be okay. But I should have known. I'm playing my peaceful music so I don't have to listen to you doing this and you're interrupting my music call on my phone. Please leave me alone.
You told me you never ignored me.
Stop fucking with me!
And do y'all hear the man in the background? He said, "You told me you'll never ignore me." Now, this is her roommate. This is the sick roommate. And I believe something is wrong with him too. Pure Bible. You heard her just say he has a certain problem, and I'm the only one that helped him. I be cooking and doing different things. I just don't want to have sex with him. You know what I'm saying? The dude sound crazy as shit in the background. And it's the only person she clearly had in her life.
I'm gonna be okay. But I should have known. I'm playing my peaceful music so I don't have to listen to you doing this and you're interrupting my music call on my phone. Please leave me alone.
You told me you never ignored me.
Stop fucking with me! Please! Please leave me alone! I don't want to have sex with you! I don't want to have sex!
Wow. Smash that like button, everybody. Everybody smash that like button and put your prayer hands up, man. Like, this is heart-wrenching. Hearing her yell like that, passionate like that, that is crazy.
So I don't have to listen to you doing this and you're interrupting my music call on my phone. Please leave me alone.
You told me you never ignored me.
Stop fucking with me! Please! Please leave me alone! I don't want to have sex with you! I don't want to have sex! So stop! I really trust myself! I don't want to have sex with you! Okay? Okay? Thank you!
Damn, This situation is sad all around the board. She like, damn, they're getting me teary-eyed. And it's the female that died, but then you see that what she was going through, like this shit is. Now this is the dude's text messages to her. And come to find out,
Afeni had another job, which
he was like a child predator. Like her roommate, he had some type of shit where he touched a little girl, and usually somebody that got a mental problem like this, like I said, her roommate, they need to go check him out. You know what I'm saying? Because clearly he was a toucher, a child molester, allegedly. That's what they're talking about in the text messages. She was, up under this dude. He trying to have sex with her. You know what I'm saying? Dude was using this girl. This is crazy.
he complained about some things regarding the job.
So I was at my second, well, she ain't my client, but I thought it was a client, but it ain't my client if I can't clean their house. And basically it was an apartment building or whatever, so I was late anyway, and I'm kind of glad that I was late because, I was missing out on nothing because I'm not cleaning that fucking apartment. Basically, she had roaches. Like, soon as I
Now, this is her complaining about the job that she worked before McDonald's.
As soon as we opened the door, because she wasn't home, so the office people opened the door. As soon as we opened the door, I see baby roach. I'm like, oh, no, ma'am, I ain't stepping foot in there. So I told them I'm going out to decline that one. So I was late because when I finished leaving the other place, I was like, I'm taking a break. So I went home, and plus it was this portable sauna that I ordered for Wayne, so he can detox and stuff. Like, yeah, you can book me again. You would never see me again. I'd never come back to that fucking house. Nope. You can book me if you want to. I would not press accept, because I ain't doing it. Get somebody else to clean your fucking house. You ought to be ashamed of yourself, because your house looks fucking filthy. And I know you're telling me you gotta have surgery soon or whatever, but it still ain't no fucking excuse why you can't piss off the fucking toilet. Like that shit pissed me off. It's a disappointment to know that these fucking adults don't know how to clean their fucking houses. But these be the main people that be trying to think they running something and thinking they bossing people around, acting like they the boss.
See, so she was doing like some kind of house cleaning or some kind of where you take care of old people. I forget what it's called. Like where you go to people's house, you got clients, you got to clean up, like a caretaker. So she was already complaining about the people she had to work for there. So this girl had a history with that. Let's get them likes up to 300, y'all.
Everybody, well, what's going on with y'all houses though? Why y'all houses look filthy like this? What's up with that? Cause I'm mad now. I'm heated. What? Just cause I get paid and stuff to clean houses? That means that like I'm a fan of you people? No, you people are a fucking disgrace. You people are a fucking disgrace. Your houses look a fucking mess. How do you live with yourself? Why are you selling Barbies? Barbies are magical and beautiful and clean. What you selling Barbies for? Have a bunch of Barbies and shit, but your house don't look like a Barbie house. What's up with that? It's disgusting. Especially when I go to fucking houses and people be sitting on their fucking sofa just chilling and shit, watching TV and talking about a bunch of nothing. Why the fuck you don't got time to clean your fucking house?
You hear all these cuss words?
You're just being lazy.
This girl was crazy.
Can't, but some people can. Because there's been houses I've been to that people can fucking clean their own house. They're just being lazy. No, I ain't your fucking maid. And you'll never see me again.
She can be seen also posting weird videos about scary things or talking about dark things. Back to her job at McDonald's. She had previously posted about how she was picked at and some other things regarding the job.
You could tell that girl was about to crash out. You seen this? She was in that motherfucker. Oh, how would you? She would have even had a boyfriend. She would have scared any dude that was interested in her away from her. Pure survival. You're not gonna be sitting there tomorrow in a costume. You're going to scare any motherfucker away. You know what I'm saying? Let's get them likes up to 300, man. Salute to Marjorie Smith. It's been a member for 2 months. Pure survival. Prayers to all involved. This is a total tragedy. You are right, Marjorie, you ain't lying. This is a tragedy. Big time.
And some other things regarding the job.
I was wrongfully treated today at work. I was literally physically tapped on a lot of times. My name kept getting called. I was doing a great job. I kept getting sabotaged, tempted, so my button can get pressed and I can go out of character. So although I went out of character, all I could say was stop talking to me. That's all I could say. Stop talking to me.
This is a threat, and she made it a promise. Put a 1 in the chat if y'all feel like this is a threat. Put a 2 in the chat if y'all don't think it. She said people kept pressing her buttons, and they pressed her buttons. This the shit she would go do when she sat in the car. Because she got a car at this point. She goes sit in the car outside of McDonald's, drive down the road, and she's saying this shit with a purple motherfucker wig on, pills her Bible, with her eyes looking crazy. She got the damn vampire, the freak off Diddy Glover's vampire teeth. You know what I mean? Like this girl was on her way to crash out. This is a whole confession. I'm telling them, I know they're gonna use this shit in her court hearing. She just had a hearing yesterday, her first appearance. They gave her a $25 million bond. $25 million. And I feel like the way I seen this girl moving, she would be fine in a jail cell. Like in there talking to herself. She was doing that shit at her own house. Pills of Bible.
McDonald's. She had previously posted about how she was picked at and some other things regarding the job.
I was wrongfully treated today.
Salute to Elevate. Just hit that super chat. Pure Survival. Shout out to everybody hitting that super chat.
At McDonald's. She had previously posted about how she was picked at and some other things regarding the job.
I was wrongfully treated today at work. I was literally physically tapped on a lot of times. My name kept getting called. I was doing a great job. I kept getting sabotaged, tempted, so my button can get pressed and I can go out of character. So although I went out of character, all I could say was stop talking to me. That's all I could say. Stop talking to me. And to walk into my space still bothering me, and I said, get away from me. Please get out of my space if you don't mind. I can't talk right now, and you still continue to touch me. That made me very unhappy. It was ridiculous. Because I know that I'm a great person, and I know I won't be tolerating that. So since they decided to bully me, let the universe show them what's next.
Wow. Since they decided to bully me, let them see what the universe is going to show them next. Don't that sound like she planned to kill? She said, let the universe, and I'm going to let y'all know this too. Her court hearing was yesterday, and she told the police that she planned to unalive this woman. She didn't go in there and say, oh, it was an accident. She said, no, I aimed to kill. I'm telling you, they're going to mess around and try to give her an insanity thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, because of that, of her being so outspoken, she not trying to deny it, nothing. She like, yes, I plan to do it. And in all her videos, it sounded like she was saying, I'm going to kill. You know what I mean? With no question, man. Like, this is super sad. But this is a confession. Let's get them likes up to 500, y'all. Shout out to everybody in the building.
It was ridiculous.
Salute to the lounge. My baby just hit me with a super chat. She said, Jamil, we definitely need to go to this trial. Absolutely. You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, we covered trials. We covered the Diddy trial. We was going to go to Brian Kohlberger's trial, but the motherfucker pled guilty. Pills of Bible. I definitely want to go down there. I think Detroit. She from Detroit or whatever. I want to go to this trial, man, to cover this because this is crazy.
And to walk into my space still bothering me, and I said, get away from me. Please get out of my space if you don't mind. I can't talk right now, and you still continue to touch me, that made me very unhappy. It was ridiculous. Because I know that I'm a great person, and I know I won't be tolerating that. So since they decided to bully me, let the universe show them what's next. Because it wasn't right. It was ridiculous. And there will be hell to pay for that.
Wow.
Without a doubt.
She said, and they will be held to pay for that, without a doubt. Wow, that's a confession.
It was ridiculous. And there will be hell to pay for that. Without a doubt.
No one really knows what was going on with her and her co-workers, but disaster struck on July 10, 2025. Afeni's manager, Jennifer Harris, who had worked with the business for over 15 years, was having issue with Afeni. They both had an argument and Jennifer sent Afeni home. Afeni left the premises and went online to rant about what had happened at work. Here is the video.
I got sent home early yesterday. I got sent home early today by the same person. I'm telling you, she's a bully. This shit is...
And y'all hear this? Like, how much time y'all think they're going to get this girl in jail, y'all? How much time? Or do some of y'all think that they're going to put her in a nut house? You know what I mean? Because I see her pleading insanity. I feel like her lawyers, like public defenders, whatever, is going to say, look, we're going to do the insanity plea. Because you definitely was insane to do this shit. And you was admitting it. This is right before she did the murder. Salute to Alex. Just hit that super chat. Here's her Bible. She is acting like Liver King with Joe Rogan. Oh my God. Yes, like she went in her car. She got sent home back to back. And she went in the car before she went to go do this killing. She's pretty much, I feel, the mental health hospital. I think mental health is major, and prayers for everybody that with mental health, because this is not funny. We not making no joke of this. She's plotting, insanity is snapping, because I see the insaneness of this girl. A lot of times when people do stuff like this, they will say that it was an accident. I didn't do it. No, this girl was confessing. She was speaking. Can you speak on bullying? Okay, bullying is not cool. We've all been bullied in school. Y'all remember when I talked about bullying in the beginning of this live? I don't think it's right for anyone to bully anyone, Pure the Bible, or abuse their power, because things like this can happen. It's not right to do. You know what I'm saying? So I hope all bullies is watching this. Don't think that the bullies always get their day. You know what I mean? Where I come from, most motherfucking bullies that was acting like the toughest person ended up getting knocked the hell out, pure the Bible, by somebody that was smaller than them that they kept picking on. And they ended up learning one day. But my whole thing is, even with this girl being bullied, I feel like she made the wrong decision, because she's still going to be, even if she's locked up in a mental facility for the rest of her life, whether it's jail, she threw her whole life away. But from listening to her, it didn't sound like she really had a life. You know what I mean? Like it's just a tough situation for what this girl was going through. You know what I mean? It's just terrible all the way around. Salute to Joyce. Joyce just hit that super chat. Pure survival. It's just very sad. It's hard for me to really go at this, because she did take somebody's life. Awful, bad. She also was bullied. And I do believe the stuff that she's saying in the car. It's not like she's saying this stuff inside of the interrogation room with the police. Well, she was bullying me, da da da. No, she was saying this shit before, up until she did it. So she it's not like she made this up. She said that her boss was threatening to take her belt off and beat them like they were her kids. Pure survival. And y'all know she worked there for 15 years. God rest her soul. But I believe she might have was talking like that to them. I do. I've done had some bosses that swore they owned the motherfucking place. You just the manager, goddammit. You don't own McDonald's. Pure survival. I've had those situations. But I'm not going to unalive somebody because of that. I'm going to unalive this job and get the fuck on. You know what I'm saying? But she didn't have the mental strength. She didn't have the mental support. She didn't have the only person she had in her life just kept trying to have sex with her for food and shit and shelter. So she was actually, she was a victim in her own way before she was the victimizer to me, if that make any sense. I'm not saying she's a victim of just because she was being bullied, yes, but I'm saying in life period something was wrong with her. Like, I don't see a mother, a father, a cousin, a brother, like nobody that was in her life, or no type of mental health. You know what I'm saying? It's all gonna come out, but it's just sad.
The business for over 15 years was having issue with Afeni. They both had an argument and Jennifer sent Afeni home. Afeni left the premises and went online to rant about what had happened at work. Here is the video.
I got sent home early yesterday. I got sent home early today by the same person. I'm telling you, she's a bully. This shit isn't funny. She needs to understand that just because she's a mother and got children doesn't mean that she can come in the store, you know, disrespecting people, talking to them like everybody's beneath her. She has no respect. And it isn't funny at all. Like, seriously, man, I got shit I gotta take care of. And she keeps sending me home early. It's not funny. She's playing games. And then all day, throughout the day, she keeps sending her little racial shit. And then throughout the day, she keeps on, like, putting negative energy in there and talking about people, gossiping about people. It's not funny, man. That shit gonna have to stop. She's a bully. I'm telling you. She's a bully. She brings a lot of negative energy in there. She always panic when there's a lot going on, and then she try to manipulate that and make it seem like we ain't doing something right, but we are working really hard and doing great. It's just the fact that she panicked, and I caught her a few times making a mistake, and she tried to hurry up and play it off. You know, nobody...
And I believe what she's saying. I really do. I'm just saying it wasn't right for what she did in return. You know what I mean? Because you can hear it. This woman worked there for 15 years. She was pretty much like, from what she's saying, doing what she want to do. I own this place. Y'all are like, you know, my little flunkies, whatever the case may be. She, you know, she doing shit. She catching her do stuff that they not allowed to do. Different things. And this was boiling and boiling and boiling up into this girl's head. Get them likes up to 400, y'all. Salute to all of y'all.
She's a bully. She brings a lot of negative energy in there. She always panic when there's a lot going on, and then she try to manipulate that and make it seem like we ain't doing something right, but we are working really hard and doing great. It's just the fact that she panicked, and I caught her a few times making a mistake, and she tried to hurry up and play it off. You know, nobody's perfect. It's fucking McDonald's. It happens. You know what I mean? Like, sometimes, like, somebody might get confused. So fuck, it gets busy, yeah. But she needs to stop playing like she'll be making mistakes. I be catching her.
Wow, you could tell she got past trauma. She gives me, she was in a foster home vibes too. Like, I don't know that for sure, but I can tell she got past trauma. And because, like I said, she also got, like, 1 minute she got the black girl voice, then she got the white girl voice, pure survival. I think she had foster parents, or, I mean,
And I caught her a few times making a mistake, and she tried to hurry up and play it off. You know, nobody's perfect. It's fucking McDonald's. It happens. You know what I mean? Like, sometimes, like, somebody might get confused. So fuck, it gets busy, yeah. But she needs to stop playing like she'll be making mistakes. I be catching her. So her, all that animosity and shit that she keep putting in the air and stuff, then trying to tell me I'm always snapping on people. No, that's false. No, I don't snap on people. I don't go in there doing that. I tell her, no, I make peace. That's what I'm doing. I've been creating peace. So all that negative energy that she's bringing in there and trying to manipulate it, no, that's going to stop. All that negative shit she's saying about, you know, her personal life, all of that. No, she's bringing all of that in there and then playing games saying she want to take her belt off and beat somebody. Y'all act like my kids in here. No, we ain't your kids.
And you can't talk to no grown motherfucking adults like that. Now, you hear this? She said that her boss, her manager, that she unalived, said she was going to take her belt off and beat them like they were her kids. And she also said that you know, her boss was saying that she pulled out a gun on her own kids at home. Like things to try to make them be scared. Like, look, you know what I mean? So, as I say, rest in peace to her. I don't think that this was right. She unalived her. I don't think it's right that she was bullying them. You know what I'm saying? Because just like you never know what's on somebody's mind when you doing shit like that. But I believe everything that she's saying right here.
What I'm doing. I've been creating peace. So all that negative energy that she's bringing in there and trying to manipulate it, no, that's going to stop. All that negative shit she's saying about, her personal life, all of that. No, she's bringing all of that in there and then playing games saying she want to take her belt off and beat somebody. Y'all act like my kids in here. No, we ain't your kids. Respect us. Stop talking to us like that. That shit is crazy. I'm telling you. But to get sent home 2 days in a row, man, and I came in on my off day to make up my time, and she still sends me home early, it's not funny. Somebody will have to do something about that. It's not funny. It's not fair. It isn't funny at all.
See that? Somebody's going to have to do something about that. I came in on my off day. She keeps sending me home. This girl was struggling. She needed the money. She didn't have money like that. You see, she get offered by her roommate food and then have to give sex in return. So this girl was definitely a walking ticking time bomb. You know what I'm saying? And I believe psychologically, she was gone. You know, she only needed one little button. Like Will Smith been getting picked on by everybody. And it took that one motherfucker, Chris Rock, to get his facial skin slapped off. That one day, pure survival. From Will being picked on by the internet and everybody else. And Jada Pinkett, pure survival. So this was this girl's blowing point.
Her personal life, all of that. No, she's bringing all of that in there and then playing games saying she want to take her belt off and beat somebody. Y'all act like my kids in here. No, we ain't your kids. Respect us. Stop talking to us like that. That shit is crazy. I'm telling you. But to get sent home 2 days in a row, man, and I came in on my off day to make up my time, and she still sends me home early, it's not funny. Somebody will have to do something about that. It's not funny. It's not fair. It isn't funny at all. So, she can keep being a bully if she wants to, but that shit is going to catch up to her. Because it ain't funny at all.
Wow. Let's get them likes up to 400, y'all. Put a 1 in the chat if that right there is the threat right there. Put a 2 in the chat if y'all don't believe so. She said one day it's going to catch up to her. And then went and took that woman's life. So she knew and made her mind up that she was going to do this. Look, everybody got a 1 in the chat. Let's get them likes up to 400. Yeah, she knew what she was going to do, guys. Hold on, we got to hear that one more time. This girl was out of her mind.
Everybody's beneath her. She has no respect. And it isn't funny at all. Like, seriously, man, I got shit I got to take care of. And she keeps sending me home early. It's not funny. She's playing games. And then all day, throughout the day, she keeps saying her little racial shit. And then throughout the day, she keeps on, putting negative energy in there and talking about people, gossiping about people. It's not funny, man. That shit gonna have to stop. She's a bully. I'm telling you. She's a bully. She brings a lot of negative energy in there. She always panic when there's a lot going on, and then she try to manipulate that and make it seem like we ain't doing something right, but we are working really hard and doing great. It's just the fact that she panicked, and I caught her a few times making a mistake, and she tried to hurry up and play it off. Nobody's perfect. It's fucking McDonald's. It happens. You know what I mean? Sometimes, somebody might get confused. So fuck, it gets busy, yeah. But she needs to stop playing like she'll be making mistakes. I be catching her. So all that animosity and shit that she keep putting in the air and stuff, then trying to tell me I'm always snapping on people. No, that's false. No, I don't snap on people. I don't go in there doing that. I told her, no, I make peace. That's what I'm doing. I've been creating peace. So all that negative energy that she's bringing in there and trying to manipulate it, no, that's going to stop. All that negative shit she's saying about, her personal life, all of that. No, she's bringing all of that in there and then playing games saying she want to take her belt off and beat somebody. Y'all act like my kids in here. No, we ain't your kids. Respect us. Stop talking to us like that. That shit is crazy. I'm telling you. But to get sent home 2 days in a row, man, and I came in on my off day to make up my time, and she still sends me home early, it's not funny. Somebody will have to do something about that. It's not funny. It's not fair. It isn't funny at all. So, she could keep being.
I want to ask y'all, put a one in the chat if y'all think that she was wrong for unaliving her manager. Put a two in the chat if y'all agree that she shouldn't have been bullying her. So she pretty much brought it on herself. You know what I mean? I'll let y'all judge that because I've been getting different stories. Look, we got one. There's a two in there. There's more twos. A whole bunch of ones. 1.5, twos. You see what I'm saying? This is like the motherfucker Diddy trial. Pills or Bible. Everybody has their own opinion. Look, there's a lot of twos in there. There's a lot of ones. You know what I'm saying? We had a 3 roll in that motherfucker. So people feel as though, she shouldn't have been bullying this girl. You know what I mean? And then people feel as though, like I believe, that she shouldn't have unalived her. You know what I mean? But I'm like I'm like a little to the point of you shouldn't be bullying either. But I can't justify, I just can't go, you take somebody's life, regardless if you bullied or not, I can't go all the way to the 2. But I can understand why people feel like that. You know what I mean? Bullying is a serious thing. This is how you got them young kids that will go into school and you know what I mean, shoot up a school because they being bullied. And, we got a long history of this type of shit. Pure survival. You know what I mean? And then there's a lot of people in the world that have different things going on in their life. You never know what's going on. So if you are taking advantage of people, bossing them around, bullying them, like it's one thing to tell them motherfucker to do their job, but then to abuse your power and talk to people any kind of way. Like this girl said, saying I'm gonna take my belt off and beat y'all, like y'all my kids, like I said, man, prayers go out to her family and everything. This is just a real all around crazy, sad situation. Wow.
It's not funny. Somebody will have to do something about that. It's not funny. It's not fair. It isn't funny at all. So, she could keep being a bully if she wants to, but that shit is going to catch up to her. Because it ain't funny at all. It ain't.
Then one day she coming in there talking about some yeah, I broke my door in half and I had to pull my gun out on my kids and this and that. Well, telling us that like the fuck you telling us you pulled a gun out on your kids for? You sound like a fucking psychopath. That's what I wanted to tell her.
Now y'all hear this part? She said that her boss, Jennifer Harris, that lost her life, the one who she took her life, was telling them that she pulled out a gun on her own children, her 6 children. You know what I'm saying? That live with her. So like, see how like we don't know all of the story. It's 2 sides. Hers, matter of fact, 3, and the truth. You know what I'm saying? So when you having these inappropriate relationships, when you a boss or just working at any job, I'm not here to try to make no motherfucking friends. Pure Bible. I'm here to make money. I don't need to know about your life. You don't need to know about mine. You know what I'm saying? I'm not like, I'm a very friendly person, but I'm not overly friendly, period, in life. Like, you know what I mean? Like, hey, okay, you're cool, da-da-da. I'm limited to it because I got trust issues when it comes to human beings. Some people are natural demons during survival, like real live demons. So I rebuke demons in the name of Jesus. You know what I'm saying? I treat everybody with respect. I expect that shit back. Pearl of Bible. But I'm not a person that's out 100 and something years old and I'm looking for somebody. Hey, be my motherfucking friend. I need a friend. Absolutely not. You could be an associate. But I keep that shit minimum because you don't know what somebody else got going on. They can be your friend and be looking at you like, oh, I wish I had his life. Or I wish I had her life. I want to take her or his life. Pure survival. Just from them feeling jealous behind you. Oh, I come from the old new school. I come to school after the old school. Pure survival. Absolutely not. You're not gonna come around me and be lusting on my woman, or come around, be lusting on your man. It's just different things that you just can't just trust every motherfucker body. Pills of Bible. You know what I mean? People can tell if you're green. If you're a naive person, trust me, believe they're gonna take advantage of you. Cause they know, oh, okay, she green, he green. They just believe any motherfucking thing. You know what I'm saying? So this is crazy, but she shouldn't have been talking and having that relationship with them like that. Telling them about what you're doing at home with your kids. Just crazy stuff, man. Let's get them likes up to 400. Shout out to all of y'all in the building.
At all. It ain't. Then one day she coming in there and talking about some yeah, I broke my door in half and I had to pull my gun out on my kids and this and that. Well, telling us that like the fuck you telling us you pulled a gun out on your kids for? You sound like a fucking psychopath. That's what I wanted to tell her. She was talking about some she blacked out. I'm like, yeah, you must have had blacked out if you pulled the gun out on your kids. Like, I'm like, what the fuck you telling me this for? Like to think she's like trying to make it seem like that she big dog or some shit. Don't fuck about you telling me about you pulling the gun on a kid. I don't fucking like that shit doesn't scare me. You know what I mean? That shit doesn't scare me. If she thought she was trying to intimidate me, that shit didn't intimidate me at all. I don't give a fuck about her telling me about what the fuck she did. Maybe that's why they always fighting her, to defend themselves. They probably felt like their life was threatened. The fuck out of here with that shit.
Shortly after posting the video, she went back to her workplace with a knife and started stabbing her manager, Jennifer Harris. She stabbed her repeatedly until a customer shot into the air to try to save Jennifer. The customer held her at gunpoint until the cops arrived. Jennifer was rushed to the hospital, but unfortunately she did not survive.
A mother killed in a workplace stabbing.
Mama would die trying to take care of us.
A McDonald's manager killed in the middle of the morning rush, and police say it was another employee who did it. Jennifer Harris was working her shift this morning when she sent an employee home early. Thank you so much for joining us. I'm Kimberly Gill.
And I'm Ty Steele. Police say that employee left and then came back and killed her with a knife.
And I don't believe that she left in 5 minutes and came back. Like I told you, I think she had that knife somewhere set waiting. We heard her talking about planning this and everything. And she went to court yesterday. You know what I mean? This is a very fortunate situation, but it should be also a learning lesson for everyone, all parties. You know what I mean? To pay attention to this, like far as bullying and different things like that. This the girl's court hearing from yesterday.
Information being provided is true and accurate to the best of your information, knowledge, and belief, subject to penalties of perjury.
I do.
Put your hand down. With regard to the defendant, Afani Muhammad, please set forth the factual basis for the warrant request.
Yes, Your Honor. 7/10/25, McDonald's employee Afeni Muhammad stabbed McDonald's manager Jennifer Harris multiple times with a kitchen knife at the McDonald's restaurant at 179219 Mile. Harris was not armed at the time and died of her injuries. Prior to the stabbing, Muhammad was sent home by Harris for not performing her work duties and told Harris, "I'll be back." Muhammad was arrested on scene and the knife was recovered. Muhammad admitted that she intended to kill Harris and stated that after she was sent home, she drove to a nearby park, decided to come back and stab Harris with a knife.
Now y'all see that? She drove to a nearby park. And did you hear what he just said? She told them that her intentions was to kill. That is like murder, like a felony one murder, first degree, is when you intended to kill. She admitted she intended to do it. So when she left, they said she drove to a park. But then she had that big ass kitchen knife. Man, but she wanted to do that. Like, that's crazy.
Harris was not armed at the time and died of her injuries. Prior to the stabbing, Muhammad was sent home by Harris for not performing her work duties and told Harris, "I'll be back." Muhammad was arrested on scene and the knife was recovered. Muhammad admitted that she intended to kill Harris and stated that after she was sent home, she drove to a nearby park, decided to come back and stab Harris with a knife that she had inside of her vehicle.
Oh, there it is. Smash that like button, y'all. Did y'all hear that? Did y'all hear him just say that the knife was in her vehicle? Because at first I was going to say if she drove 5 minutes away and came back, she must have lived 5 minutes away. But he just said that the knife was already in the car. So that girl knew that this is what she was going to do. She been had that plan and admitted it. So the knife was in the car.
To the defendant, Afani Muhammad, please set forth the factual basis for the warrant request.
Yes, Your Honor. On 7/10/25, McDonald's employee Afeni Muhammad stabbed McDonald's manager Jennifer Harris multiple times with a kitchen knife at the McDonald's restaurant at 179219 Mile. Harris was not armed at the time and died of her injuries. Prior to the stabbing, Muhammad was sent home by Harris for not performing her work duties and told Harris, "I'll be back." Muhammad was arrested on scene and the knife was recovered. Muhammad admitted that she intended to kill Harris and stated that after she was sent home, she drove to a nearby park, decided to come back and stab Harris with a knife that she had inside of her vehicle. When Muhammad returned to stab Harris, she entered the back entrance with a hooded mask over her face in an attempt to conceal her identity and attempted to flee the scene after the stabbing, but was stopped by an armed customer.
And the requested charges are murder in the first degree, count 2, dangerous weapon carrying with unlawful intent, and there's a habitual second notice offense. Is that correct?
That is correct, Your Honor.
They charging her with murder in the first degree. Like I told y'all, if you admit that you planned to do this, and she clearly did, they got the knife, they got all her videos, all her Halloween costumes, pure survival. She entered the back of McDonald's with a costume on. You know, this girl, man, I don't know, dude. What do y'all think she's gonna do? Like get life in prison, mental facility. Yes, $25 million bail. Like I don't know how they gonna you know what I'm saying? She was headed to a track meet. Man, this is crazy, y'all. This is crazy. She felt threatened. How she feel threatened if she left and came back? Bosses will lie on you. Yes, that's true. She definitely not getting. She tried to escape out the back. Life. Thank you. Somebody said what they think she gonna get. 25 years to life. She felt threatened that night, sir. Man.
Her identity and attempted to flee the scene after the stabbing, but was stopped by an armed customer.
And the requested charges are murder in the first degree, count 2, dangerous weapon carrying with unlawful intent, and there's a habitual second notice offense. Is that correct?
That is correct, Your Honor.
The warrant is being signed and we can proceed to arraignment.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Calling file number 25354, People versus Afani Badu Muhammad. Counsel appearances for the record, please.
After your Honor, Sean Hayes, public on behalf of the people.
Thank you very much, Your Honor. Please, this honorable court, ma'am, hearing on behalf of Mrs. Mohammed, who does appear to be Zoom.
Your name, please, ma'am?
Okay, Muhammad.
Very good. You're here today for arraignment on the charges of murder in the first degree, premeditated, count 2, carrying a weapon with unlawful intent, and a habitual second notice.
Y'all hear that? Premeditated. And this is her right there after she did the murder. And she still don't look like she's scared. She still don't look like, she just looked like, you know, like she probably happy she did it. Like, you know what I mean? The way she sound, like, look, she's going to pay. Somebody's going to pay. Like, she sound like she's not, like, she don't seem like she's remorseful.
For arraignment on the charges of murder in the first degree, premeditated, count 2, carrying a weapon with unlawful intent, and a habitual second notice. Mr. Licata, how does your client wish to proceed?
Thank you very much, Your Honor. At this time, my client is asking the court to enter a not guilty plea, and this matter set for a probable cause conference of the preliminary exam. I have advised my client.
Oh, so she pleading not guilty. So the girl does not feel like she was in the wrong for doing this. Everybody in the chat, let's get them likes up to 500. I want to hear what y'all going to say. She's pleading not guilty. Put in the chat, do y'all think she's guilty or not guilty? I need everybody to tell me what y'all feel. After going through this, us covering this, do y'all think that she's guilty of going home, going and grabbing a knife and stabbing her for being bullied? Or do y'all think she's not guilty? You know what I mean? I need everybody. Look, guilty. She's guilty. Guilty. Y'all all got your own opinion. Y'all all got your own opinion. But the girl plead not guilty.
Please, ma'am.
Okay, Mohammed.
Very good. You're here today for arraignment on the charges of murder in the first degree, premeditated, count 2, carrying a weapon with unlawful intent, and a habitual second notice. Mr. Licata, how does your client wish to proceed?
Thank you very much, Your Honor. At this time, my client is asking the court to enter a not guilty plea, and this matter set for a probable cause conference in the preliminary exam. I have advised my client of her rights, as well as the charges against her and the potential penalties. We are ready to proceed on those grounds.
Very good. Ma'am, do you understand the nature of the charges against you to your satisfaction after talking to your attorney?
Yes.
Very good. I will go ahead and enter a not guilty plea on your behalf. Are you requesting a court-appointed attorney?
Yes.
I will appoint an attorney to represent you. We'll set this matter for a probable cause conference on July 23rd, 2025 at 1 p.m. The preliminary examination will be on July
23rd, 2025 is her next court appearance. Now, when she's pleading not guilty, ladies and gentlemen, you know what I believe that's going to be? Not guilty. Like, I'm not saying that this is going to be the verdict, but I think that her, court-appointed lawyer told her, we're going to plead not guilty for a reason of insanity. You know what I'm saying? Y'all know how they say not guilty because I was insane at the time or whatever? Yes, insanity, Sam. Pure the Bible. I think this girl is going to go for an insanity plea. That's what they're not guilty for. Yes, because she already admitted to all of the stuff in all of the videos, planned the shit. You know what I mean? They're going to say the girl was insane. Yes, baby. You know what I'm saying? She said insanity. My baby said insanity. Pure the Bible. That's what I believe.
second notice. Mr. Licata, how does your client wish to proceed?
Thank you very much, Your Honor. At this time, my client is asking the court to enter a not guilty plea, and this matter set for a probable cause conference in the preliminary exam. I have advised my client of her rights, as well as the charges against her and the potential penalties. We are ready to proceed on those grounds.
Very good. Ma'am, do you understand the nature of the charges against you to your satisfaction after talking to your attorney?
Yes.
Very good. I will go ahead and enter a not guilty plea on your behalf. Are you requesting a court-appointed attorney?
Yes.
I will appoint an attorney to represent you. We'll set this matter for a probable cause conference on July 23rd, 2025 at 1 p.m. The preliminary examination will be on July 30th, 2025 at 1 p.m. Esteban, Mr. Licata.
Thank you very much, Your Honor. Just briefly, my client is 26 years old, does live in a great city at this point. Your Honor, my client is a high school graduate. In fact, is actually was taking some online classes for college for a physical therapy degree. Your Honor, there are some disturbing facts in this particular matter, but there are facts that haven't been brought out yet, and my client is extremely anxious to have those facts brought to light during the pendency of this case.
See, so she's saying whatever facts that we don't know about this, the girl wants the facts to come out. You know what I'm saying? And the fact that she got a set it off wig on right now, pure survival, I don't know which one it was, Jada Pinkett or Vivica Fox. One of them had that same set it off wig on, pure survival. The one she got right here.
She was in an extremely abusive relationship that was not only mental but physical, that involved alcohol issues, which is where the habitual second stems from, and her prior record. Your Honor, my client is a helpful person. She's a giving person. She's actually is credited with saving a life because of a 60-year-old who had skin cancer that she may go to the doctor to find out that that's exactly.
Okay, I just figured it out. Now, y'all remember her roommate that kept trying to want her to sleep with her? And she said, I was helping you with a condition that you got, but you want me to keep having sex with you for food and stuff? That man is a 60-year-old man. She 26. He's a 60-year-old man. Could be her grandfather. Pure survival. You know what I mean? Just from them just saying that he got like some skin disease or whatever, they said that she was helping him. She's a high school graduate, all of this stuff like that. But that's not gonna get the girl bail. Ain't no way she gonna get no bail after doing this right here. This, you know what I mean, heinous crime. But yes, sweetheart, that's crazy. The dude was, I told you he was an old man, praise the Bible. When she was screaming and hollering, I don't want to have sex. I'm not doing this with you. You know what I'm saying? I knew it was a sick individual. And he was a child toucher. This is who they talking about. Like using him as a reference that she took care of this 60-year-old man. But also that 60-year-old man was doing stuff to her. And she was in an abusive relationship, which I don't feel like that's going to help and say, okay, because you was in an abusive relationship, this means that you could kill somebody. Most women been in abusive relationship before. Just like men, been in an abusive relationship. That don't mean I could go crash out, pure survival. You know what I mean? But this is the stuff that they're using was trying to get her bail.
The pendency of this case. She was in an extremely abusive relationship that was not only mental but physical, that involved alcohol issues, which is where the habitual second stems from and her prior record. Your Honor, my client is a helpful person. She's a giving person. She's actually is credited with saving a life because of a 60-year-old who had skin cancer that she may go to the doctor to find out that that's exactly what it was, and that person is doing extremely well right now. I understand the facts that have been laid out today in the warrant, but at this time, Your Honor, we are asking the court to consider a bond in this matter that is appropriate, that my client can meet so that she can meet with her attorneys and prepare her for defense in this matter. Thank you.
Thank you. On behalf of the people?
Yes, thank you, Your Honor. Pursuant to court rule, the court is well within its authority to grant no bond involving any case involving murder. In this case, we are requesting no bond for this defendant. Also provided within the court rules are certain factors for this court to consider when determining whether to grant any bond at all. And in this case, we are requesting no bonds that indicate. First of all, the court can...
So they asked for a no bond. Now, y'all know like I know, ain't no motherfucking way you was expecting to get a bond after you done took this girl life with a Michael Myers knife on camera with the knife, got the knife, confessed to the whole thing. You wasn't getting out. Now, they was asking for a no bond period. The judge pretty much gave her no bond because she set her bond at $25 million. So that's a no bond right there. That's a no-brainer, no bonder. You know what I'm saying? But this is a very sad situation, ladies and gentlemen. Like I said, I don't feel like it's right for anyone to bully anyone, to take advantage of anyone, to any of that. So I don't agree with the fact that she took this woman's life, but I don't agree with her taking this woman's life, regardless of being bullied or not. But I do think that this girl needed a lot of mental help. Somebody failed her somewhere in life. She gives me foster kid vibes. You know what I'm saying? She gives me vibes of abandonment. that she was abandoned, clearly. She had nobody. And it was a 60-year-old man that was sexually doing things to that girl. She already screamed it out. I don't want to have sex with you no more. And I'm pretty sure she done it before. Y'all know, ladies, like I said, many of men that will act like they want to do something for you. Believe me, a dude ain't just gonna want to do something for you for the kindness of his heart. Pure survival. Motherfucker ain't hearting your posts on Instagram and Facebook. You know what I mean? A lot of times a nigga, he don't want to be your best friend. My man, he's my friend. He's my best. Eventually, he hoping shit fuck up with you and your man. Pure survival. He's waiting in the wing so he can take that position. A man is just not giving you nothing without nothing in return. Especially if it's a sick individual like that 60-year-old man. Pure survival. Because even, like I said, if a guy giving you something nice or gave you some money or gave you a gift or did something like that, and he's like, I don't want nothing, he could like you, is what I'm saying. Like he still wants you, but not like demanding, hey, give me that kitty cat. Real, I want it right now. Real, pure survival. I don't care if it's on the period. Real, I don't care if it's stink. Real, give it to me. He wants something from you, pure survival. I'm just telling you that now. Just like a woman, she ain't gonna be doing all this stuff for you. Oh, I want to do this for you. I want to do that. I bought you a refrigerator. I bought, you're just my friend. And then she get mad when she hearing that things are going good between you and your woman. You know what I mean? Because she waiting for that shit to be over. She waiting in the wing. Okay, let's just be grown about this. So she already had to been giving out sexual favors to this 60-year-old sick man. He had a skin disease or whatever. She sent him to the hospital. He found out he had it. The girl had a lot of shit going on. She's talking to glass. She talking to water. Pure survival. There's water in this motherfucker right here. Shout out to my baby. She just brought me some water with ice. Now imagine if I'm sitting here talking to this shit. Like I said, I want to drink you so bad, but I want to see if you could just spill. If I hold you up in the air, oh, there you go. You just look at you spilling. I just wanted to see if you could spill and I wouldn't feel the cold. Yes, it's got ice in it, but I want to. This is what the girl was doing. Talking to cups, waters, dishes, you know what I mean? Dressed in costumes, stuff like that. She stayed in that one room. She stayed in that room. You know what I'm talking about? Like confined, but that was her place of comfort. You have to understand that too. When you confine, like it's your place of peace and your place of comfort, but it didn't seem like she only place outside of that was her job. So she really valued that job. And for her to make her money, she didn't have to sleep with that 60-year-old man. You know what I mean? So having mental problems, feeling like you being bullied, going through all of this poverty stuff, you know what I'm saying? You need something, you hungry to eat. This man pulling out his little pink pecker, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's just a super unfortunate situation. But I'm gonna keep y'all posted on how this because I'm gonna keep following this, man. Like I'm gonna follow this all the way through. Jennifer Harris, 39-year-old mother of 6. My prayers go out to her family, her daughters, her son, her family. My prayers go out to y'all. I really do. Stay tuned, man. Like, subscribe, share this video. We're going to stay updated on this sad situation. Pure survival.